All I ever wanted was to travel the world, exotic places, meet new and exciting people, and then kill them. So I became a mercenary. I love what I do. I'm Wade Wilson. They call me the Merc with the Mouth.
The character of Wade Wilson, played by Ryan Reynolds, is also, of course, the much-beloved X-Men character. And he, of course, has these fantastic katana swords that he wields with sort of superhuman ability.
The story is sort of tragic, as all the X-Men characters are. He decided to get involved in Weapon X because it might help his cancer.
In our movie, we started with him before that cancer has taken hold of him, when he's still a young mercenary known as the Merc with a Mouth, who can never shut up. He's always full of wisecracks and smart lines.
Manicure.
I know fans have waited for him to be in this role, and he doesn't disappoint me.
I wouldn't say that I'm a comic book aficionado, but definitely this character I've always really responded to. I really like the art in the Deadpool comics, and I've loved some of the different storylines that they've covered. And, you know, I just always felt a kind of a kinship to him. I mean, he's this guy, he's a Merc with a mouth. I've always been a fan of effervescent witticisms, I suppose, also known as sarcasm. Great. Stuck in an elevator with 5 guys on a high-protein diet.
Oh, Wade.
Dreams really do come true.
So just shut it.
And Ryan, who is a really funny man in real life, and came up with all those lines himself.
The poor guy, I laughed through so many of his takes. It got to a point where I said, mate, I think I should just leave the set because he ad-libs quite a lot, and he is hilarious.
You're up next.
Thank you, sir. You look really nice today. It's the green. It brings out the seriousness in your eyes.
Oh my God, you ever shut up, pal?
No. Not when I'm awake. And I was mentioned in a Deadpool comic once, which I thought was really cool. They asked him if what he looks like under the mask, and he said he looks like a cross between a Sharpay and Ryan Reynolds. And I just thought, I'd like to play that guy someday. So here I am. Time to go to work. Wade, at the beginning of the film, has a really large action set piece with his katana swords. Of all the weapons in the whole wide world, this is it.
We call it flowering the sword. Flowering is like a big figure 8, going around the body.
Okay, here we go, ready.
I just spent months playing with the swords, and, you know, I would have conversations around the house while I'm just spinning them everywhere, and, you know, it wasn't without its accidents a few times, you know. I speak from experience when I say that, you know, circumcision should never be an accident.
Okay, let's everyone get in position then, guys.
The guy's work ethic is second to none. When he had that routine, he was going over and over and over and over and over and over it. And then we filmed it. It was about 2 in the morning when he filmed this massive shot. It was incredible. He went to his trailer. It was about 4 in the morning. He came back and says, I can do it better. Fuck! And I mean, how can you say no to a guy who's, that's Ryan.
Yeah, action!
Now, if you look at the raw performance alone, we're getting a lot to begin with. And what we did was we made the blur more like an airplane propeller. The next thing that we did was to actually put in the bullet hits. The final bit is the bullets flying towards camera.
Okay. People are dead.
If you didn't have that mouth on you, Wade, you'd be the perfect soldier.
And then ultimately, there's a sort of tragedy that happens to this character. He represents what almost happened to Wolverine. He is taken into this Weapon X program. He is manipulated by Stryker, both physically and psychologically.
I needed your powers for the pool.
The what?
The mutant killer. Deadpool.
He's Stryker's perfect soldier. You know, he's got all the healing abilities that Wolverine has, all the strengths that Wolverine has, and then some. So he's become the one thing that can truly destroy Wolverine.
Yeah, Stryker finally figured out how to shut you up.
Gavin Hood's idea was that this is about origins. So Deadpool is not going to ever come to his complete fruition as Deadpool as the fans know him in the comic books.
Deadpool has a very cool uniform, and it's red. His head is red, and he's got black diamonds here. Since we bring him out in the middle of his being operated on, we couldn't put him in a uniform. He's just wearing his operating pajamas and nothing on top. And he's got a bit of red here. But later on in the fight, the black starts to come out. So we're saying, we know he's supposed to have those diamonds, and he is that character, and here it is.
I was pulled aside by Lord and Shula Donner and Gavin Hood, and they said, this is the anchor of the biggest blockbuster of the summer. Pull out all the stops. So I went out and called Scott Adkins to come in and play the double for Deadpool. He does what people do with wires, without.
We shot the actors on a green screen stage on a set piece, which was about 15 feet tall and 3 or 4 feet wide. It was still a little dicey to be up there, but everything was created digitally behind them.
We had Hugh and Liev back to back. And then Scott would be on one side of them, and I would call out, go! And Scott would actually do it with Creed, but Logan would mimic the other side. Then we'd get the whole sequence, then we'd go back and do the other side.
The action sequences are handled with the utmost care. You know, he's a borderline insane mercenary. And at the same time, I mean, he can cut you to shreds with his wit. And that's something that you know, I think you're going to see in the film.
We were looking for this mutant that would come through as more powerful than Wolverine. Yes, we deliberately took Deadpool and gave him certain things and attributes in the past that has never been seen in the comics. Good. We hope we surprised you a little.